Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. My name is Janice. If you're new, welcome. Today I have a special video. A lot of my subscribers like the beach theme, home decor, or farmhouse. So what I did with this one, I put a few home decor, summer, beachy, farmhouse all together. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, for this one, I took this Dollar Tree. They came out with these new Home Sweet Home, and they also have a bunch of different ones I'm going to show you here. I picked this one up because I like the saying. They come with a little tea light inside. They also have two other ones. One says, thankful, grateful, and blessed, and the other one, and this is my happy place. So the first thing I'm going to do is take it apart because I don't want to use the whole entire piece. So I'm going to be painting both pieces with the white Waverly chalk paint. That little wood piece that I have, it was in my stash. I think I got that from Dollar Tree and I kind of like took it apart. I save everything. So I'm just going to give that wood box 2 coats. I'm going to take this lace and I want to put that behind the little piece because I want to put a light inside there, so I want it to be able to come through. I was going to use this little cardstock, so I'm just going to cut it out and then place some Mod Podge in back and a little bit of the hot glue. Now I'm just going to hot glue that little piece down that says Home Sweet Home to the front of that little box. Now I'm just going to place a little piece of Dollar Tree floral foam inside. So I have a bunch of floral from a variety of different stores, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to place them down to my liking, and like I said, I use a variety of different floral, and I think it comes out really nice, and I really was shocked how it came out. I mean, it's just a little piece of wood and a little piece of a box that I had in my stash, and you wouldn't believe how pretty it comes out. It comes out so amazing. So that little Home Sweet Home came with this little tea light and I managed to pop it out. I'm going to reuse it and place it inside. Because you can see inside, I wanted to place some of these pretty little white rocks that I got from Dollar Tree, and just to set it off, and it looks really amazing. I love the way this came out. And this is how it turned out. I think it came out so amazing. I love it. All right, for this DIY, I'm going to be using Dollar Tree frame and these pretty little butterflies that I got from Dollar Tree, and this gold vinyl that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, where you can buy individual vinyl pieces. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is remove the back of the frame. So the inside has these little 3 4x6 cutouts, and I'm just going to place that over the vinyl, and I'm going to trace it because I'm going to place the gold vinyl inside. So now I cut out the little vinyl pieces and I place them inside the cutout area, and I'm just going to take some tape to hold it down in place. So this is what it looks like with the vinyl inside. I'm just going to place everything right back into the frame. So now I'm just going to take the little pretty butterflies and place them right on top of the glass in each little square area, and I'm using 3 of them. I got these last year from Dollar Tree and I have not seen them this year. I know they have butterflies, but not like this, and I really love butterflies. And so this is how it looks so far, but I thought I needed to add something else to it. Because they weren't sticking very well, I'm just going to add a little bit of the hot glue. So I found these little pearls from Dollar Tree in my stash, and I thought, why not add it to the top and bottom just to give it a little dimension. I don't know if you want to call it that, but I think it looks very pretty. So I put 4 at the top and 4 at the bottom. And this is how it turned out. I think it's super cute, very pretty. All right, for this DIY, you will need a Dollar Tree little frame of some sort. I got this from the beach area at Dollar Tree, and it has this beach word on it, so I'm going to have to take that off. I actually thought I could save it, but as I started to remove it, it's like a piece of cardboard and it just broke apart. So I had to scrape it off and sand it down. So I need to paint it. I'm going to be using the ivory paint and folk art by folk art, and then I'm going to actually paint inside it too because I'm going to be applying the craft paper inside and I don't want the words to come through. Now I'm going to be using the two yellows together because I got this piece from Hobby Lobby. It was in the area where the wood is. It has like little plastic animals and characters, and this was actually a football. I took the football piece that was plastic on the top and just removed it. Now I'm just going to paint it with the two yellow combination and try to make a lemon out of it. Now if you want to make something like this, you can use foam board or cardboard and just trace a design like a lemon shape, and you can use that as well. Now I'm adding a little bit of the lighter yellow on top of the dark yellow, just to tone it down a bit to make it look more realistic. So I'm going to be using this craft paper that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I do place it down with the glue stick, and but I didn't like it. It was too busy and I wanted to switch it out, so I do change the craft paper. So I'm going to be using this white Waverly chalk paint and just going to place two little shadow lines on the lemon just to make it look like an actual lemon. So now I'm going to be using these little sticker letters that I got from Hobby Lobby. They were $2.99 and I got them 50% off. And they look like cursive writing, which is great. So you really don't need a Cricut. You just go to Hobby Lobby when they have their 50% sale. So now I'm going to spell out the word lemon fresh. Okay, so the words on the lemon says lemon fresh. This is the craft paper I was talking about. I just changed it. Now I'm going to hot glue the lemon right inside. So this came off one of my Dollar Tree flowers, and I'm just going to place it at the end of the lemon and to make it look like an actual lemon. So I do cut it and then place one underneath and one on top. And this is how it turned out. I think it came out really cute. Okay, for this DIY, we're going to start moving on to the beach and nautical decor. I got these cute little flip-flops from Michael's when they were 70% off. I think I paid like $1 something. So I'm going to be using a bunch of different color paints, and I also use my Cricut. I will list the colors that I used in this project in my description box below. So the first thing I'm going to do is take some tape and just create a little line. Bottom part is going to be the sand, upper part is going to be like the water. I'm going to start off by using the Aqua Marine color. Next, I'll be using the Turquoise color. I'm also going to be using some Caribbean blue color and kind of like blend them all together. Now I'm going to be using the white Waverly chalk paint, and I'm going to start making some little waves in there and just add in some white. I wasn't liking the way it came out, so I'm mushing it all back together, blending it again. I'm going to remove the tape because I no longer need it, and I'm going to start working on the bottom part. So I'm just going to grab a baby wipe, and I'm going to blend everything together after I add a little more white to it. I added another roll of blue in there because I wanted a little more blue. Now I'm taking my baby wipe and I'm blending everything. Now I'm going to be working on the sand part, and I'm going to start off with a white Waverly chalk paint. I'm adding a little bit of the tan beige color. Now I'm just going to blend everything. Now I'm going to use a baby wipe again and just blend it all together. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. It helps my channel grow. Thank you guys so much. I found this on Cricut Design Space, and I printed it out, or cut it out actually. I'm going to place it right on the board. Now I laid out everything that I'm going to be placing on the board to get an idea before I start adding the vinyl. So I'm going to start placing down these little footprints. They're so cute. I keep saying printed. I cut them out on my Cricut. So now I'm going to place everything down with my hot glue gun. I'm going to start off with the little flip-flops and work my way up to the top where the dolphins are. I did paint the dolphins with elephant gray, and I got that little palm tree, and it came from Dollar Tree, and I just painted it brown and like a sage color. So I created a little hanger by using Dollar Tree baker's twine and the Dollar Tree little wood beads, and I just added 4 to them and tied it to the top. And this is how it turned out. I think this came out so stinking cute. Okay, going to the next DIY, another beach one. I took the Dollar Tree little letters, or big letters actually. I got this from Hobby Lobby in the wood pile, it's called. The little rounds. I think I paid like $2 something. I'm going to start off by painting it with the ivory. I'm not going to cover it totally. I'm just going to leave like the edges, some of the wood showing through. Now I'm going to take the letters and I'm going to place them on each little circle and spell out the word beach. I'm going to try to make sure that I align as best I can. Now I'm going to be using the dark blue paint with the white paint, and I'm going to mix them together, and I'm going to paint over the letters. Now I'm going to remove the letters. The paint is still wet, so it's the best time to remove them. It did create a little bit of bleeding. That's fine. I don't want it perfect. I like the way it looks this way. Dollar Tree carries a lot of different type of wood pieces, and I grabbed this from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use it for my sign. I'm going to start off by painting with this tan color. Now there's a technique out there that you can actually create crackled paint by using Elmer's glue. So I wanted to try it. So the first layer I'm placing down is the beige paint. Then I'm going to apply the Elmer's glue over the top. So the paint underneath is still wet. So that's what they're saying, that you're supposed to apply the glue over the top while it's wet. So this is actually school glue from Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to apply it on top. I'm using my paintbrush. I'm not sure if you're supposed to. I mean, first time trying this. So then I'm supposed to wait, I think, a couple minutes, not too long, and then apply the actual color that I want over the top. So I'm applying the ivory color over the top. So apparently the color underneath will be the one that's going to crackle through. So that's what I want because I want it to look like weathered looking wood on the beach. This was only a couple minutes while it was drying. You could see it's starting to crackle. Now I'm going to put everything together and you can see the wood, how it turned out. It wasn't bad. It looks really nice. It looks very weathered. So now I'm going to put everything together. This blue piece of wood that I had in my stash, I went ahead and painted it with the same color. So now I'm going to lay the letters on the actual board. So I thought about just laying them down like kind of angled the opposite way. I think it looks really nice that way. Now I'm going to start placing everything down using the Dollar Tree wood glue and then some hot glue around it just for a faster hold. Alright, so the words are on the board, so now I'm going to take that piece of wood and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to place some hot glue and some Dollar Tree wood glue. So I'm going to take some of this ribbon from Dollar Tree and I thought I'd, place it down at the bottom with a bit of glue. But in the end, I kind of moved it around a little bit, but I'll show you what I came up with. I did some Dollar Tree shells to the bottom, just using my hot glue gun to place them down. So I'm going to be using these Dollar Tree wood stems. I'm going to take 3 of them, wrap some jute twine around it, and hot glue it right in front. I think this is really cute and very beachy. I added Dollar Tree tiny little shells to the bottom as well. So I just wrapped a little jute twine around it, hot glued it, and now I'm just going to place it in front of the sign. Now I changed it a little bit at the end. I added some moss and I moved the ribbon around a little bit, and that's basically it. And I think this really came out awesome. I really love it. I think it's adorable. And this is how it turned out. Dollar Tree animal planners. These are so stinking cute. I didn't even know I had these. I was looking in my stash and I was like, what are these? They're so adorable. There's a crab and then there's a whale. Look how cute these are. I love them. I have a whole bunch of these other ones too. I have like the fox and I think I have the bear, polar bear, whatever it is. I have so many of them. Every time they come out with something new, I grab them. They are so stinking cute. Anyways, so I'm just going to take them out and I'm going to use some succulents. I don't have very many and I found a few at Dollar Tree the other day and I figured I would use them. Look at the crab. It's so stinking cute. I'm going to take some floral foam and cut it. I'm going to place them inside the little planters because I'm going to place a little succulents inside. I'm going to do the whale first. I got this succulent from Dollar Tree. Obviously it's too big and it's so thick at the bottom. I was like, how am I going to cut this? Because it's not going to fit. And amazingly, it was like a hard rubber if you like unscrew it and it comes off. So now in place of it, I'm going to take a Dollar Tree skewer and just cut it and hot glue it inside and place it in the floral foam. So now I got the right length. I'm going to take my hot glue gun and glue down the floral foam and the little succulent. Look how cute it looks with the succulent. It matches the whale. I don't know that part on top of the whale, the little hole where the water comes out. That's what it looks like. All right, so I'm going to work on the little crab, and I got this succulent. It came out of Dollar Tree, little, I don't know, a little plant or something. So I'm just going to place it down with some glue, and I'm going to use another succulent that I got from Dollar Tree. It's one of the bigger ones, and I'm just going to snip it and make a smaller piece and place it inside. I think these two came out so adorable. I just love them. Look how cute this crab is. And this is how they turned out. Okay, so we're moving on to the farmhouse DIYs, and I'm going to start off with these tin cans that I saved that, I had from soup cans to anything like that. So I'm going to start off using this red flag color, and I'm going to paint each one a different color. So I did use 2 coats on this red color. Now I'm taking 2 different blues for the second can and also 2 coats as well. Now for this last can, I'm going to be using the tan color and the antique, mix them together. Now I'm going to use this burnt umber, and I'm going to place a little bit on the cans to make it look like it's rusty. I'm going to do this on all 3 cans. I'm also going to be using this red color. It's like a red barn color, and I'm going to add that to the other paint that I have on there just to make it look more rusty. Just trying to get that effect. So I'm going to be using this burlap roll that I got from Michael's, and I'm just going to cut a piece out because I'm going to place that right in front of the cans, and I'm just going to get an idea of what size I need to cut out, because I don't want it too big of a piece because I'm going to be using these labels over them. So I'm just going to use my hot glue gun to place them down. What I like about the burlap is you can actually frail the ends, and it makes it look so rustic looking. Now I'm going to place the labels over the top. I got these from Dollar Tree. These are great because you can actually use a marker if you want to label the cans, but I left them blank because I like the way they looked. And this is how they turned out. I think they came out really nice, and I love them. Okay, this is going to be the last DIY. I got this basket from Dollar Tree, and I cut it in half. Got the cow and chicken from Hobby Lobby when they were 50% off. Okay, I'm going to start off with the cow. I'm going to use this antique paint by Apple Barrel, and I got the sponge from Dollar Tree. I just cut a piece because you can't use a paintbrush on this galvanized. Little sponge will work better, so I'm going up and down motion. That's how I'm going to apply the paint on the chicken as well. All right, for the chicken, I'm going to start off with the burnt umber and a little bit of the elephant gray together, and I'm going to do the same thing with the sponge. I also added some black and brown, and I'm just dotting around the chicken's tail. Now I'm going to take the red and I'm going to do around the chicken's beak and top of his, I don't know what you want to call it, his little feathers. Now I'm going to be drawing in some cow spots using my black marker. I'm also going to fill it in with the marker. So I'm going to place some Mod Podge over the top of both of them because it's galvanized and the paint will chip and come off when I'm trying to put the basket on. Now I'm going to attach the baskets by using some super glue and my hot glue gun. I had a hard time cutting this because I didn't have the proper tools, but if you have the proper tools you can cut a nice straight line, but I wasn't able to, so it took me about 30 minutes to try to get it off. But anyways, I'm going to use the super glue and hot glue to place it down, and I also in the end add some burlap inside the bottom just to hide the imperfections, but in the end it does come out really cute. So I'm going to do the same thing to the chicken's basket, little hot glue and the super glue for a secure hold. Like I said, I put burlap in the bottom and I think they come out really cute. Something you would see at Hobby Lobby. And this is how they both turned out. I think they came out really cute. Well, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time, guys, I will see you. Bye-bye.